awful. We're not awful. We're okay. We're okay. We're okay. I think that doesn't fill you with confidence, probably, me starting an episode like that. But it was more shock than anything, viewers, that since we last met in that 3-0 demolition of Rotherham, we're out of the Carabao Cup. I mean, that wasn't the news I was hoping to bring you. But elsewhere, I mean, a win against Chesterfield, which is sort of expected, and a draw, more importantly, against Leeds United that I'm very proud of. An 89-minute Ben Cousins goal. He came on quite late on for Altidal. Actually, not quite late on, until 53 minutes, I'm forgetting. 53 minutes in, and nabbed the goal very late on. Altidal was having a bit of a stinker, to be fair. And not too bad. That result really is the highlight since we last met. A 3-1 defeat to Norwich, who I will say now are pretty outrageously good. And they're a side that do a lot of yo-yoing, not as much as Blackburn do. You might feel like that's come out of nowhere, but recently promoted Blackburn. I was looking. I want to see which team had yo-yoed the most. That probably wins. I mean, for heaven's sake. They've got so many parachutes they could do their own Fortnite tournament. It's outrageous. And Tom George is up there in the goal so far. 4 goals for him. Of course, we saw 3 of those last time out. Not been as prolific since we last met. But today, a massive game for me personally, at least, on the final day of August. You might be wondering, Ben, where are all the new signings, mate? No, there's none. There's none worth bringing in, frankly. And if you want to bring in any free transfers, we can do once they're desperate and realise they can't get a club. Then all of a sudden, Thames turn up and wow, it's going to be exciting. But no, actually, in terms of loans and actual player transfers, it's worth saving the money for when we can actually get players who want to come to us. So that's what I'm doing. But Cardiff and Hull, I did say we weren't going to play Hull, but because of Norwich being in the Europa League, we've had to change it around a little bit. So we are going to play Hull today. A side that we've played an awful lot. We've got a lot of history against them, so at least that'll be exciting. Scott Carson's the boss, lovely. Who's Cardiff manager as we're here? John Daly. A few people might be familiar. A few Scottish people, perhaps. Right then, Cardiff to come then, and let's see, will Paddy Rodgers be in their team? I'm quite interested. Our lineup will be very much as expected. The only player that isn't playing that I would quite like to play is Mark McLean, who's still carrying a bit of a knock and can't feature today. But Davis in goal then, Wolfenden, Edmund, Murray and Crawford at left back, Smith with McDonald and Foster in the centre, Colton playing behind Altidal and George. You'll notice there, Stevie Foster in the lineup for the first time this season, and a bit of a concern. Actually, I think he played in one of the cup games, but yeah, we've got a bit of a problem with Scott Burgess. He's out injured and getting better through injury, so that's good. But no, twisted ankle, not ideal, and hopefully we'll be back very, very soon and won't lose his physical attributes too badly. So we'll see though. But into this first game, will Pat Rodgers be on the pitch? Patty Boy Rodgers, what's he doing? I don't think he'll start, but part of me wants him to. But do I want him to do well? I guess I don't really, as there is the Cardiff 2 on the right-hand side. You'll notice he's not there, but he is. Number 11, Pat Rodgers, is on the bench for Cardiff, a player that I've tried to get in numerous times. He's not having the best of times. You never know. He might have played not so well for them, then it's sort of in the January period, we steam in there and get him on the cheap. That's the dream. But so far, so good. Right, let's see how we're going to get on then against Cardiff. They're a decent side in this division, so don't expect too much. So if we say we're underdogs here, they like that. But no, you can see there, Cardiff up in 3rd position. If we win today, though, then I don't know if we'll go above them or we'll be level with them, but it'll be very close. They've got an okay goal difference. Our goal difference is pretty average, so a 2-0 win, and we'll be level pegging with them. But I am being very descriptive there in what we want. And of course, after that game against Rotherham, who we're kind of assuming weren't that good, but when we look at it there, that was composed, wasn't it? Rotherham are in 14th. So far so good though, where if we can bet ourselves into mid-table, that's for me personally, that's us going above expectations. Like, I'm expecting a bit of a relegation battle, and I still think at some point it will happen. Chesterfield, of course, were promoted with us, or went up. Yeah, sorry, Chesterfield were promoted with us. As you can see, they scored their goal. And Rotherham, not one of the stronger sides. There are 2 wins. If we can keep beating the sides that are in this sort of little section down here, the Barnsleys of this world, no offense Barnsley fans, then that's perfect. That's what we're looking to do this season. Cardiff, on the other hand, tricky, but they're not the fittest, and there might be some changes made up top or around the striking area. Smith's free kick is put in. It's not his best work though, and we're trying to hassle him to get it back. Tom George does so. Altidal through on goal. Oh man, how's he not scored that? I'm a little bit worried about him early doors. I don't know if he's going to be good enough for this division. I've not seen quite enough of him yet to know. But yeah, there's been a few. There was one game in particular against Leeds. It was actually, we had about 4 or 5 really good chances not taken by him, and it's a worry going forward. Speaking of going forward, it's going to be Cardiff on the move. Davis does well though, and gathers it up, gobbles it up. Free kick for Colton's sake. He's not bad from them. Oh, and it just goes over. I thought there was a sneaky suspicion that was going to sneak in. Not this time though. As we get towards half time, there might be one more highlight. Can we build from the back? Of course, that is the Thames way. Possession-based football. 62% possession, up to Altidal, the target man. It falls to our feet though, and Stevie Foster plays forward Altidal. A big chance for him. Altidal, and that's kind of what I'm talking about. Oh, last season, especially early in the season, you might recall, he scored loads of goals. This year, he's finding it a bit more difficult. So 1-0 down at half-time, no Pat Rogers on the pitch, and I'm going to say we're not doing that badly. If everyone works hard, we'll be okay. Let's try and G them up a little bit as well, and tell them there's a lot more for them to come. So there we go. Right, come on. This is the sort of game, if we can snatch a point, very much like the Leeds game, you can see Leeds up there in 4th position. Fantastic to nick a point late doors against them. If we do a similar thing against Cardiff, I'll be happy. They're forward, ball played in, it's cleared and dealt with, and that'll be the initial highlight done. Again, Altidal though, 6.3, not having his greatest performance ever. Tipping, who's quite a similar player to him, is on the bench as we've got ourselves a throw-in in the Cardiff half. Can we work an opportunity? That's the question. McDonald finds Colton into Stevie Foster, who, well, if Stevie Foster can do it at this level, I'll be a bit shocked, if I'm honest. Ball played up, and it's dangerous. Edmund, though, great control from him, brings it down and plays the pass. And now McDonald in a little bit of space. This diamond formation does give us the option of passes left and right very, very often, especially with the fullbacks pushing forward as well, as Colton finds Tom George. Back to Colton. It's not the most comforting of football so far, but Wolfenden's been found, and Foster into Altidal, who gets his chance and misses his chance. I really want him to do it. I really do. As there's going to be a corner played in by McDonald. Can we finish this off? Maybe Altidal steams in there off the line by Patton, and it's going to remain 1-0, I think. So at what point do we consider bringing Altidal off? I did it in a game recently with Cousins, brought him on, and it made the difference. I'm debating, actually, putting George over into the centre and then taking Altidal off and bringing on the old Beard. Adam Beard on that side might be the difference maker. We'll put George on the sort of the right-hand side a bit more, give Beard a bit more space. We'll just see. I was considering a striker, but I'm going to go for this wide option. I really like having it as an option to begin with. Will there be a sneaky, suspicion-y chance for us? We're going to try and exploit this left flank as we've got a man out there. I want to get him involved. His crossing ability, everything's very good. As we've got a free kick, Smith plays it in. George is there, and referees put his flag up, offside. Oh, I thought it was a pen. All right, time's ticking away, and Colton with another free kick from distance fires over. We've not had chances. I mean, blimey, there's another highlight coming here. 3 minutes to go. Can we find that final moment as it's played forward? And Tom George has got a chance. Tommy George, please. Oh, Tom George. 5 clear-cut chances in the game, 3 half chances. I mean, it looks like it's going to be game over here. 1-0. I don't think Pat Rogers even came on, did he? We did this game specifically to see him. And I'll shake hands with him after the game. But unless we score right now, it's going to be that. And Cardiff are going to get a pretty comfy 1-0 win that'll take them to the top of the table. I say comfy, not comfy at all. We've had loads of opportunities to get goals in the game and just not done it. And, I mean, we're carrying on here. Is this really going to be a highlight for us? I feel like this is going on far too long for nothing to happen. As we, if they just end up walking down the tunnel, I'm going to be devastated. We're keeping this very well, I must say. Colton's on it. Oh, it's the tackle come in, and that's going to be that, I assume. Is it? Is it? I mean, oh my word. Okay, I'm relaxed. Okay, that's going to be it to the end, though. All of the things I said still ring true. 1-0 to Cardiff. They go top, and we settle ourselves into mid-table. I can't fault the effort, though. That was a good try from us. And Hull coming up. I mean, that's a guaranteed win. We've got transfer deadline day coming up, and I've got no players. Lawrence Smith's worth 350k, and then after that, it's like a few 300s. No one's going to be buying any of my players. We'll put it that way. And I said before, I could go big on a player and spend big, but there's not been that one. I looked across. Believe me, I scoured. I spent one night for about 4 hours going through, looking at every single national, like European side, at every single level, seeing if there was anyone we could pick up. And there was occasionally one that I'd find, and then they didn't want to join, and we had that a lot. We're the lowest rep team in the Championship, with the likelihood is we're going back down to League One. So we can prove that we can stay here, very much like we did in some of the other divisions. We're going to be here for a little while, I feel like, but you never know. We have put a loan offer in for Kerr Stewart. You can play at centre-back, kind of. Definitely can play as a defensive midfielder, like a ball-winning midfielder, and then can play as a Carrillo as well. I think he'd be quite a nice option to have just as a loan option. It doesn't mean we have to play him all the time. I just think to have him in the squad might be quite useful. We've got another loan space. I think that's the sort of player that makes the most sense. We'll see, though. I mean, there's a little bit of time on deadline day. Well, Kerr Stewart rejected us. So this is the guy that I've been looking at, though, is Solomon Okoro. He's been around a little bit. He's spent time at Man City recently, but they've released him on a free. And if he wants a club that want to come to him, I mean, there's a few in there. I would really like you to come and sign for me. I know you don't want to, but you've not got a club at the moment, so think about it. I think at some point in this series, or this season even, I'm going to do a spell where we play 4 or 5 matches and over sort of an hour-long period. People have been calling for it. I think we may well do it sooner rather than later. over sort of this spell here, which I think could be quite interesting, and then maybe come back for the West Ham game after that. But we'll wait and see how. But if you're interested in that, do let me know. People did seem interested. I'm just seeing if that interest is still there. Basically, I'll leave a comment that says hour-long episode, or if I haven't, someone else will. Like it, thumb it up so I know people want it. Colton and McDonnell are both injured for this specific point, are they? Brilliant. Not only that, we have to play despite Robbie Edmund being unavailable. So, but we still have to, do we? Right, even though... okay, well, Mark McLean gets to come in for his debut. Lucky him. Okay then, so Davies, Wolfenden, McLean, Murray, Crawford, Smith, McDonald, Foster, Hughes, Otadal and George. We need to see something from you, my man. 2 goals and 2 assists. That on paper looks pretty good, but the amount of missed chances, that's the thing that's concerning me the most. I mean, actually, that's not that bad when you look at it. 2 goals, 2 assists, but... We saw it last episode. We may well see it again. Right, we're underdogs today. Go out there. It suits us being underdogs. Let's see then. Can we upset Hull once again? We've done it on a few occasions. I think last time we meet, though, they beat us. But so far this season, 18th position. I mean, this could be a chance for us. There's not that many games today either, so we're going to have a game more here. It's interesting. Norwich have only played 3 league games so far this season because of their Europa League involvement. They're going to be so behind everyone else as the ball's put in and headed over. But this will put us on 6 games. And I think like, if we draw this, which I mean, we're the home team, so there's every chance. But if we can draw against Hull here, have 8 points from 6 games, to be fair, even 7 is not like the worst result ever, is it? That's offside as I zoom in and out inexplicably. Yeah, no, it's not that bad. It's not that bad a start. And Chesterfield actually right behind us in the table, so they've had a decent start, and so it was a good win against them, it turns out. Question is, can we create an opening? We're going to have more possession than most teams. The style in which we play is very possession-based, so we have to try and use that to our advantage. So as we're at half-time, Stevie Foster has got a bit of a knock in the midfield, so there's a debate to say whether we should change it up and bring him out. I think for now, what sort of injury is it, Stevie? Let's have a look. A potential knee injury. I'm more inclined to take him out because of that. We're going to bring Harris on instead and make him a little bit more industrial, the other midfielder. So we're going to put him in a box-to-box duty, which might seem a little strange, but... it's not like we're going to miss masses of attacking talent from Stevie Foster, so I mean, I want the fresh legs, really. Okay, 50 minutes on the clock, and time is ticking away. Well, there don't really be a big chance in this game. Last episode, or last game match even, we had loads of chances. This one, it's been very quiet. But we seem composed. They look a little bit nervous, which, again, could play to our advantage. It's a question of, will there be that killer moment as the possession falls to us, and a tackle's gone in. He's already on a booking. It looks like he could be off. Well, Hull, who didn't look very sort of composed to begin with, have now had a man sent off. Is that Patrick Roberts, by the way, that we nearly picked up? No, Phil Roberts, who looks like a very technical, and good player. He's seen red then, and now the 10 men of Hull, away from home, against Thames. I'm sure they're going to be playing some sort of counter-attacking style, but here now is a chance. Zoltadal finds Hughes on the edge of the box, back to Wolfenden. The ball in's got to be good, and it is not that good, really, as it's cleared. But now, the more spaces might develop as we bring this forward again. Wolfenden, back into McDonnell, finds Smith, moves it on to George. He's got Otadal there, who's got a big opportunity, and Booth makes a great save. I mean, Thames could have had it there. 15 minutes to go. There's an argument to say maybe tipping to come on at some point, but this is not over quite yet. Harris plays it out to McLean on that side. I mean, it was a corner, so I'm expecting very little from the highlight, if I'm being brutal. But can there be a chance to break this down? There's a real temptation to go attacking. I'm just going to pause this to talk about it because I don't want to lose time. There's a real temptation to go attacking here. There's equally a temptation to bring on tipping. No, Ben Cousins for Otadal. He's done it before for me. He loves a late goal. We've seen it time and time again. I think he got 7 last season after starting like 3 games, which is not too bad at all. As with not long left to go. I do want to go attacking, but as I said very much at the start, a point here is pretty good. So I'll be happy with it. It's going to be a final moment. It's a very... I mean... okay, there's 2 things you can say about this. One, it's disappointing we've not had more. 60% possession, a lot of shots. But then on the other hand, getting points in this division, solid points, will get us safety. And that's what I'm here for. I mean, this is not going to be one of those years where we bounce straight up again. There's not a chance. But if we can try and hold on to a mid-table position to get results against teams that Hull have recently in the Premier League, remember, and this was a league fixture, then I can be happy with that. And that then is going to bring us to the end of today's episode. If you have enjoyed it, do leave a like. And if you want to know about an hour-long episode, or you would like an hour-long episode, let me know in the comment section, and I'll see you again soon. We love with care from Inter. So next time, I'll see you again. Goodbye. We love with care. That's what you used to always say back in the day. Stay humble, stay handsome. That was one as well, wasn't it? I'll turn it off now. And I just want to say a massive thank you to everyone supporting recently. It's been crazy. The episodes have been exciting, but your support has been just as good. So we had a video get 3,000 likes, you mad people.